Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the new and improved conversational podcast. Whether you're joining us for the first time or you're a returning listener, we are thrilled to have you on board for another exciting adventure on the Six Flags to your ride of the Disney World. Welcome to the episode of 215 of Weebs Lounge, a show where we talk about anime, manga, gaming, movies, and the weeb culture through honest conversation, debate, and chaotic energy. And for this week, we're going to see the gaming industry might be crashing down because of people quitting their job, resigning the weekend before, just announcing it just spur the moment, or you are a studio that got closed down when you got acquisition past 2-3 years ago, or you are a company that will sell your product from 30 years ago for $20 still. Let's talk about it. So share this episode, bring your friends, and let's make this episode unforgettable, all powered by AniMa W3 Studio. It's your boy, the legendary humanoid typhoon from the House of Tempest, from the House of Parapatino, of the legendary Tranquilito, from the Wheel of Latino Heat. And now, Lord, I'm here with my world champion, the big lover of Bill Goldberg, for the big lover of... Alright guys, just saying we're recording here at 8 p.m. EST. Just saying, if for those on the East Coast in New York, I'm getting like 3 different sound effects from alarms. How bad the weather is in New York. So it's on my phone. Everything rang at the same time. So I'm gonna keep the intro going. I heard that. Oh, it was. Yeah, it was exactly that.
I'm just like, wait, what?
What? Isn't that the Fallout game?
Who's having emergencies?
Isn't that the Fallout game? There's a nuclear thing happening going on right now. But hey, we're gonna keep up. We're gonna keep with the intro and stay positive to stay alive. Because, like I said, I'm here with my world champion, the lover for Bill Goldberg, the lover for big titty Latinas. We are here. He's single and ready to mingle. If you guys want to talk to Whawkins, hit his line in the DMs. But we're here for the world champion.
Like, the DMs are always open. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the ignorant children of the Isles, what is up and what is good? It is your reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion of the world. That's right. It's Whawkins here. I'm going to be your guide through all the bullshit that has been this past week when it comes to media news, especially when it comes to the gaming side of here. And you know what? It seems like Vash needs a bit of positive affirmations or maybe some positive energy here. So, you know, it's something to kind of help us get us started here, you know, because, hey, this is just life, you know, life has its things and it's the only one you get. So go and have a ball, because the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have my opening statement. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good boy. But that is a line from the clouds themselves as they open up to give us the glory that is the snow coming towards us on the East Coast. Isn't that right, Mr. Moon Boy?
Long ago in a distant land, I, Cloudy, the shape-shifting master of crescents, unleashed an unspeakable evil, but a foolish legendary Vash wielding a magic podcast stepped forth to oppose me. Before the introduction was struck, I tore open a portal in time and plunged him into a blizzard where my evil is law. Now the fool seeks to continue his podcast and undo the weather that is cloudy.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just excited. I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun episode.
I didn't expect any of this, chat, and they hit it out the park. We're here having our own evil monologues, our own spur of the moment. The emergency happening on one side, the other one is having a fantasy world to have a monologue of entering the void of the century.
Oh boy!
All we need is the drums of liberation.
Oh, don't get me started. I got a practice pad over there and some drumsticks. Don't make me get them out.
Oh my god. I still remember how to I call myself the drummer. I will do the beat.
I still remembered my paradiddles. Paradiddle.
I'll whip out the trombone.
In fact, I actually remembered the paradiddle. Holy shit. But, yeah,
hey guys, you heard it here. Free of charge.
Yeah, I could do it once, but that's about it.
And now he's gonna do it for the rest of the evening, and before you go to bed, he's gonna look at it and do it once more. Be like, dun, 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 dun. But we're here for the Weebs Lounge episode 215. We're here on the last episode of the month of February. Hopefully, everyone has been having a good month, better than others. Or if you're having a shitty month, like some have been doing in this timeline, in this world, hey. Like they say in some gamers, in some games, you just gotta get good. And big shout out to my grandma who did pass away early this month. I was part of the funeral, the whole process, and I just want to state it's hilarious when many of your family members don't give a fuck of what you do in your career, or they say, hey, you're a content creator, you work in the industry, but then once you are involved or needed to stream the funeral, to stream the stuff that needs to be seen, that wants to be seen from the other family members in Colombia that can't be seen, they're like, hey, you're good at that. Can you tackle that? Can you get it done? Like, yeah, of course. And then you get like so many compliments, but it doesn't feel compliments. It just feels like, hey, you did the job, your task, and you always told us that you're good and you did it very well. But appreciate it. Maybe a week from now, we're not going to give a fuck no more. But at this moment, thank you.
Dude, welcome to the life of being a musician. I can't tell you how many times families just been like, oh, just bust out your saxophone. Just go ahead and play your saxophone. You know this song, right? It's some obscure bluegrass, old country song music. It's just like, no, I don't know every song written to man. That's no, I'm not your little Muppet plaything for you to just bust out and be like, look at what we could do. It's like, no. That's no.
I was gonna say, dance,
you're
monkey,
actively
dance.
making me not want to play.
It's like, dance, monkey, dance. Dance for us.
Dance, water, dance.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Unlock some of that memory for you, everybody.
Yeah, for those members. But does anybody have any positive words of affirmation to say before we get into our taco parlor? Anything that they want to highlight about their week before we get into our drinking lounge?
This weekend news has been an utter catastrophe. The Otaku Parlor is going to be my positive affirmations.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a good segue for that, to tell you the audience that if you don't know, as you see the thumbnail or the title, it's been an interesting positive week in the anime industry when we get Ufotable give great announcement of where they're going to spend all their unlimited budget works on Genshin Impact, many other new series that they're adapting and sources that they're tackling. Great. But then in the gaming industry, they're having a horrible week. And don't worry, we'll talk about this. So if you guys don't care about what we're doing with our lives and our consumption in media, then you can just skip to the Taco Parlor. Go to the Big News Bus Central and hit the comment section with those time codes. However, if you actually do care about what we're talking about and giving you of our update on our life in media, welcome into the Taco Parlor, where we discuss the latest media we have consumed. It's time for our weekly check-in with the latest anime, manga, and media we have been consuming. It could be books, it could be light novels, it could be comics, because we will be talking about that later in Big News, because your boy's going to get back into the comics with some things that he's been, seeing in the timeline, and we'll be talking about that. But I'm going to go first since, Vash has a very short Otaku Parlor check, because like I said, my grandma passed, we had the funeral, we had a lot of stuff going on for her, so it's been a cool opportunity in the aspect when it comes to seeing a process that is family orientated, when it comes to me go to somebody else's funeral and just be there for the moment, and then you depart and go back to your regular daily lives. So to actually be involved in the process, when somebody like myself that don't usually go to church and then goes to church for this, is like very interesting. As somebody that don't really speak about religion or anything on a lot of the outlets, it's just very interesting in that aspect of how the Christianity and the Catholic Church stuff go. Because both my family is literally half and half. Like, some of my family members are Catholic, and my other family is Christian. So it's very interesting when you're in the middle and you're kind of like you have grown up with both. So it's very intriguing in that aspect. Chat. However, when it comes to what the fuck has I been doing and watching media, I have not been watching a lot of media. No movies, no TV shows. But what I will be jumping this week, because the new season 2 of Legacy Monarch of Monsters on Apple TV will be starting this coming week. So I need to jump on my season 1. And maybe might rewatch Godzilla or King Kong, since it's somewhere in the timeline. And I remember when I sent the timeline to Whawkins in the TV show, he said that shit like, that looks confusing. I'll just watch it for the amusement and fun, which is very true.
Yeah.
But when I find that there's like a timeline or like an order, I want to check it out or see some what it is. The only that confuses me is that comics are involved, so that's an interesting one. So I might check on that on the high seas of the pirates. However,
and see that's what got me when you sent that. Is just like there were so many of them that were just comics in between the movies. I'm just like, I'll just watch the movies or the TV shows, I guess. But
it's intriguing that they're like a few of them are one shot, so I don't mind
yeah.
reading them. Like if I do get the chance, or like the high seas, and see where things go in the aspect. So possibly, but
there's only one Godzilla comic I want to read coming out soon.
Oh, the one we're gonna talk about later.
The Shakespeare one.
Yeah. Oh, that other one. That one, yeah. So
that one
I'm excited for. There's another one that is gonna be coming out comic later, so we'll talk about that. However, something that I do want to talk about very briefly, Chad, is I got back into mobile gaming, and people might be asking, hey, what mobile gaming was it Genshin Impact since, the anime got announced?
No.
Or is it, Call of Duty or Fortnite on mobile? No. It's Clash Royale and Clash of Clans. I got back into those mobile games. And chat, by the way, in both of those games, I have honestly spent at least $1,000 maybe together or slightly over together. Like maybe at least a good $1,200-1,500 together over the past 10-15 years since both of those games have launched. And honestly, I got back into because I used to play with it with my brother a lot. I used to play with one of my old friends, Sean. So we used to play a lot of these games as friendly competition, like who will beat each other. And it's a strategy game. It's like chess, like you using your pieces of the horse tackling the knight, of the rook attacking the queen that's in the back. What moves do they have to go against each other? It's the fun aspect, and you feel a bit cocky when you beat other people and you beat them with a strategy, or if you're outnumbered, or if you are in a lower rank and they're in a higher rank, or you have higher cards and they have low cards, and you feel like you're bullying them. Be like, yeah, you're my bitch, I'm taking you down. It keeps you in a little high mood, in a little high regard. So that's the fun part of my end. They have done a lot of updates. Is it hilarious when you look at the community tab sometimes of how these games are done by the community and what their feedback is? It's hilarious when they try to do an update, right? They say, hey, what is this new card? And then you read the community, the thread of what they're saying in the comment section. It's usually like, you're fucking up the games. Can you switch it back to normal and everything? You do a horrible job with the updates. And I'm like, their updates are not that bad. I just don't see the issue. Probably I'm just too positive, or probably I don't think about it too much. Can there be little small nitpicks I have with them, putting down the card in a lesser strength, or more of a second to have the regenerations? Little small stuff, yeah, but it's fun. Clash of Clans is a bit farming. Chat is a bit more on the strategy, on the farming, and you having your troops attack for you. However, with Clash Royale, you place the troops and they attack for you, but you use their specials when you want to. So it's a little slightly the same, but it's more on a one-on-one in the same time zone, same thing happening. It's fun. I'm back into it. I started 3 days ago on a Friday, and I started on the 6,000 trophies, chat, and currently on this recording, I'm at almost 8.7, so I'm 8,700. I'm about to reach the 9, and I'm trying to get to the rank. Rank trophies are 11,500, so I'm like about 3,000 away. I believe I could make it in the rank. I just gotta up my cards to get, to meet the requirements of the same, level like these guys are. And I believe I could do it, and I know I can in the rank. So who knows? Maybe a year from now, sponsor Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, promo code. Maybe I become a Clash of Clans player in the tournaments. Who knows? Right, Whawkins?
This man's addicted. He's about to we're about to lose him, folks. So just
me,
more power to you.
The guy that tells us when the new game is approaching, say, hey guys, you might not see me for a month. I'm gonna still be on the pod, but hey guys, talk to you. Bye.
Well, that's different. Those at least have an ending point. Clash of Clans is forever. Like you're just gonna be gone.
Hey, they're fun. They've been a good enjoyment. I'm happy that these games at least try out their updates. I grew up with Clash of Clans, only having Town Hall like up to 8 or 10. Now they have Town Hall like 15, 16. So it's like, goddamn. Also, seeing those numbers to like buying a new or updating a new tower costs like $20 million. It's like, damn, I can't even think about what's 20 million gold. Like, I wish I could have 20 million gold in my own bank account, but in this town, I had to spend that just to update a tower, just to defend my troops. It's insane. But it's the fun of the game. I have fun. It's a simple game when you sit in the toilet and you want to, have a quick match of 3 minutes. If you're in the toilet for 3 minutes, or for 3 matches, and that's almost like 10 minutes. Hey, each to their own of where they sit on the toilet and how they choose the game. Like Sudoku, some people, I do want to download Sudoku once again. I used to be a big player of, Candy Crush, Subway Surfer, just having to won't download those. I know Whawkins was telling me earlier about Angry Bird, and I'm like, I tried it. I just, you just set the bird, knock out the tower.
That was so cool though, because like you would get ones that would like explode. You would get the ones that would be like the shotgun, where it's like 3 of them. You get the one that's like the boomerang. You get the big boy. You get the eagle. Like all you have to do is just launch the little egg, and then the eagle just kills everything. It's just cool.
I recall. Hey, but big shout out to Temple Run for those that remember when you had to do slide up, down, left, right, jump. It was fun, and the speed kept going faster. I remember now that if you want to play a Temple Run, you can also play it in Dave & Buster's. They have that game like in the big board, and you have to swipe from there as well. They have Candy Crush. They have the Fruit Ninja. Who remembers Fruit Ninja as well?
Oh, dude. Dude, they turned that into a freaking arcade game in like Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, they had that's an arcade game as well for Dave & Buster's. Yeah, they do. But you guys have any other big shout out to mobile games? If not, I'm all done on my end.
Anything in the skies?
I used to play mobile games a long time ago, and I phased out.
All right, so I'm gonna give it to you, Trev. Go on next. Talk to us of your list, or unless Whawkins will take it in and pass it to whoever. But I'll
give it to Trevor.
All right, Trevor, talk to us.
All right, a couple new things. I have started this little thing called Iruma. For those that don't know, it's a small manga, definitely not beloved in any capacity by anyone. I don't know. It's a very small manga, very small anime.
Definitely hasn't been pushed on this podcast for weeks on end. No, not at all.
Pretty sure no one's talked about it at all.
No. Nobody talks about it.
Funny enough, the only I was thinking of getting into it, but I wasn't sure when I was going to make the time. However, a mutual friend of ours started going like, yo, the cast of Iruma destroys the cast of My Hero Academia. I was like, that's an odd take of you, of all people, to say. Let's judge that. And then I have made it to chapter 22, and already I'm like, I get it. I get it.
The fact you're only on chapter 22 and can start seeing the vision, it actually kind of stemmed from lo and behold, something from Twitter. It was a post from Twitter that was just like, I think it was like, I think it was actually, it was setting up MHA. It was like, which group's better? It was like MHA, Misfit 13, and I think there were a couple others in there. And literally everyone was just like, it's Misfit. It's the Misfit 13. They clear Class 1A. It's not even competition. Like, it's like Brock Lesnar going up to an ant. How do you do that? How do you compete with that?
Damn.
It's I think what Iruma helps sell me on is it's kind of a simple premise. Human gets sent to a demon world, and he has to learn the politics and the things about the demon world and all that stuff. And I was like, some pros. You just gotta survive. Human has to survive against demons. But every single character up front, their introduction is like, here's what you need to know about me. And it's like, oh, okay, I get enough information to like you. And then that way, whenever we get back to you, perhaps that can be expanded upon. All the cast of characters are likable from the first. From the first time they're introduced. How do I put this? It's the classic shonen, or maybe like the classic anime effect where it's like a random character will show up for one episode and you already know everything about them. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I get it. But yeah, it is a charming, character-driven story where even the smallest of things can somehow be really epic, and it's mostly just because of the characters. Like, for example, Whawkins, they made a game of dodgeball interesting. And I'm like, it's not even like some kind of like, oh, dodgeball or the end of the world or dodgeball and there's a $40,000 cash prize. And they're like, no, it's just a friendly spar of dodgeball. It's like, oh, and you find that investing? It's like, hell yeah, I do. It was fucking awesome,
dude. So because you read to it, it was chapter 16. It's when it's a little bit. It's like right after the dodgeball game, where Amari goes up to Iruma, and like he's so proud of himself for doing something for himself for the first time in his 14 years of living. That was chapter number 1 that broke me. That was the first breaking point for me in Iruma, where I'm just like, oh, you're doing something special here, because like you'll notice something with Iruma, because and I'm glad you pointed out the whole thing of like, okay, it can be that the stakes aren't too high yet. But what we do get is so character driven that like you get this moment where it's like, this really should not be a powerful moment, but god damn is it.
Because you get you get that whole context about like who this Iruma kid is. It's like, well, we care. It's like, oh well, because of how he's lived his life. Again, it's like there's such minimal information, but there's so much impact behind everything that's given. Yeah. I really like that. Again, I'm only like 22 chapters in, so out of like what, 450 or something?
I think it's like 431 or 432 right now.
Close enough. But yeah, like already what I read so far, it's like, all right, I get it. I really like this series. Sabro is the fucking GOAT. He is amazing. I have only had Sabro for 10 chapters, and if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I know. Okay, Rosa.
Okay. You had the reference. And then, in terms of good old video gaming, I do plan on having a montage of this edited, but I went back and visited an old game, an old childhood favorite, Diddy Kong Racing. Who here has played that game?
There's nobody.
Wow. That's a shame. It's one of the best kart racers, and I would just say of all time. The thing that Diddy Kong Racing excelled in is like, not only is each course extremely memorable, but it also made like the concept of a kart story mode interesting. Cast of unique characters. It's a classic game from the N64 era. I can't think of too many things wrong with it aside from certain boss battles and
certain bugs that happen while you're playing.
Oh, not even a bug. That was just a fuck up.
Oh.
It was just like,
and then you got good, and then you defeat it.
I did. Some of the bosses can be, not even some, like 2 specifically. Hey, DKR veterans, Octopus, First Whiz Pig. There, I brought back the traumatic memories. Imagine if you're racing a boss who plants traps behind him, and because of your top speed, you're always going to be right behind it. And well, you're just a sucker. He's a fucking camper, a piece of shit camper that puts traps wherever I go, and I always get hit because it's hard to steer sometimes with the character. Oh, and don't even get me started on the fucking Whiz Pig, the so-called final boss of the game. Imagine if you were playing a game of Mario Kart and you had a boss battle against Bowser, and the only way to win is that you have to hit every single dash panel. Actually, no, that doesn't correlate too well. Imagine you had like 5 mushrooms for the whole race, and if you don't use them perfectly, every single one, if you mess up one time, you're done. You have to restart. Good luck. But little flaws aside, I love the game. It challenges you to explore each racetrack for secrets and shortcuts. The characters are great. I just love Diddy Kong Racing, and there will be a video all about the montage of just going through the whole game all over again. It was a fun time. This may be an ad for a video, but I'm just saying, I really like Diddy Kong Racing. I love it. And speaking of games, pretty sure some champion played a game of his own, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Talk to us.
I guess we'll transition to my never-ending Weebs Otaku Parlor and all that. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go in backwards order for a reason. There's a reason for this. So, video game wise, still going through Assassin's Creed 2 on stream. So check out those streams. The VODs are going up on my channel slowly but surely. So, and don't call me Shirley. But those will be on the channel. Already got 2 parts up, recorded / streamed. Already 6 parts. 2 of them are like over 3 hours. The last stream was actually almost 4 hours. So I am putting some time into it. So I'll hopefully have it beaten before Crimson Desert drops, because that's the next game I want to stream, like the next long form game I want to stream. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm in Venice right now, and I forgot how much I hated traversing Venice because of all the waterways. And just for me, at least, it's where the free running kind of hinders you a bit, because Ezio wants to go left when you're trying to go straight every single freaking time. But I haven't had too many issues, except for this past stream, which that'll probably be a short in its own right. But that's video game stuff. When it comes to anime and manga, still in the Iruma vortex. I'm in season 3 of the anime, like halfway through that. I think there's like 20 or 21 episodes of the anime when it comes to season 3. So halfway through that. So the Harvest Festival arc is adapted pretty well. I really like what they're doing with it. But when it comes to the manga, last week was the binge of all binges, and this will mainly surprise these two, at least how I binge read things anymore. I got through like about 100 chapters last week. It didn't even feel like I got through 100 chapters. It was just like nonstop banger after banger after banger. Ended up, and I'm on chapter 315. The arcs I've read in between all that are, this is for the people, the Iruma fans out there. I read the Heartbreaker arc and the Deviculum arc. I think that's how you say it. Both of them, like the Heartbreaker arc, I was in legit tears.
Oh wow.
Like I was literally like, I was on this chair right here reading it nonstop. Like this was like Thursday evening. I was just sitting here reading it, and like I went through a string of emotions with it. Like it started with hype. It started with like immense hype for something that was happening. And then it went into confusion. Like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why are you doing this thing? Why is this character doing that thing? Why are we setting this up? Why are we looking back into the past right now of like the Demon King? That's a little teaser for you right there, Trevor. Why are we doing this?
Ooh.
You're not giving me any information. You're teasing everything. What's going on? And it goes from that to legit sobbing, because you get, this is what I mean by the whole long game aspect of it. You have this big character moment for somebody, and when you start kind of like contextualizing it with how the story's been written, when this event finally happens for this person, and you get like these awesome panels and pictures, and just oh my god, the character writing is immaculate in this story, and I got this moment again. I'm just in tears just reading all this. Like, this came so far. This one character came so far from their first year alone. Just in a year, this character made this kind of progress. It's astounding. And like, you go from like being a hot ball of mess to then like laughing your ass off at like the post arc shit, and then you get this other arc that just sets up even more shit that gets me so furious at the possible villain of this series. Yeah, there's gonna be a villain. Fun fact, another teaser for you, but Trevor, you don't know who this is gonna be yet. You don't know who this is gonna be yet.
Have I met them yet, or no?
You might have, but I'm not gonna say who or where yet. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, but man, what happens in it? I'm just like, you asshole. That was this character's moment, and you spoiled it. You ruined it. You know. But man, it's just been this, and I mentioned it to a mutual friend of ours as well. I was just like, I haven't had this good of a binge of a series since I first got into One Piece, like 15, 16 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It's
high regards.
It's moving me. Yeah, like, it's moving me like nothing else has. And I don't look forward to being caught up, because then I'm going to have to wait on the weekly for things like this. But it's one of those series where I can't recommend it enough to people. Like, I gotta question your life and be like, what are you doing with your life? What, not reading Iruma? And keyword reading. Like, as good as the anime has been to adapt things and all that, I still recommend the manga just because of that turn, like that page turner moment. Man, it's just, oh my god, it's really good. But speaking of anime, I finally caught up to another anime that's been going on. I caught up to Fire Force to see how they've been adapting that. And not gonna lie, I was worried at first with this next core, because they were covering like 80 something chapters in only 12 episodes. But I'm happy. Well, that's the kicker. I'm happy with how they're doing it. They're actually like condensing some things enough to where it doesn't feel too rushed, but they're still letting moments breathe and all that. So I've been pleasantly surprised and happy with what we've been getting with this core.
Same, because it doesn't feel disjointed. Like, that's my fear, that with them putting 88 chapters into one season, like, anybody, if you have seen God of High School, you know what we're talking about. Having 120 episodes / chapters into 13 episodes. It's like, hey, you get that rush as like episode 10 or 11. It's like, we're done with the tournament, we're done with the high school. I'm like, but the point of the show was okay, cool, I guess we're done there. So I'm glad for Fire Force is not getting that, because their production has been killing it season 1, 2, and 3. But then, like, you can't just start off strong and then end off bad just because you guys want to fuck it up. Come on, don't do this to us. So I'm very happy they're not.
Yeah. And Trevor, I guess for context for you, it's a lot like how 1,000 Year Blood Ward has been, where, because each core has been covering about 50 chapters, like 12 chapters, 12 episodes with 50 chapters roughly each.
Gotcha.
So it's like, okay, we're actually pacing things well, especially with like all this fighting going on. Okay, good, perfect, excellent. But speaking of which, Trevor mentioned some content that he's going to be releasing soon. Here's another plug for his said channel, because we both recorded something last night and watched something last night together as friendos. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, but not the live action one. No, because that doesn't exist. What are you talking about, live action Snow White? Nani? Nah. This is the old classic 1930s animated movie. And you know what? It holds up pretty well in 2026. I know, Trevor, you hold it higher just because you have a bit more nostalgia with it. I still give it like a 3 out of 5, just because it just is what it is. But it's still really good. Like we were cackling a bit with it. Especially
it was like a mix of cackles and praise.
Yeah, because like that's the thing, you just don't see animated movies like this anymore, even like just anywhere, you know. And some of the techniques, like we kept mentioning about like the layer techniques that they would do back in the day to if you want to go on with it more, yeah, because you remember more of that video we watched.
Basically, if anyone here has watched like an old Disney film, I want you guys to try and remember how sometimes it kind of looks like a camera is zooming into like a background. How they did it is because you can't really just do a camera. Well, back then, you just couldn't take a camera and just zoom in on an animation cell. What they did is that they had multiple layers for one shot in an animated project. So it's like one shot could be a house, and then the next sheet of paper is like, oh, here's some trees, and then the next shot is like, oh, here's like a path in front of the trees, and then they would stack them, and then they would elevate each sheet of paper, and then have a camera point downward. That way, when it zooms in, it creates that illusion that the shot is being focused in. It's so cool. The techniques that the Disney company invented and utilized at their peak, man, it's so good.
Yeah, and plus you get the Trevor shots of the Wicked Witch or the Evil Witch. Excuse me.
You mean the facial expressions are hilarious? They're great. We love them so much.
Which, by the way, send me the screenshot of the one with her in the window so I can make that a sticker.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to make it a sticker somewhere in one of our
I'll pull it up.
many Discords. But yeah, no, Snow White. Still really good. Look forward to like the cut up reactions whenever that drops on the Cloudy Crescent channel.
Whenever.
Whenever. This is going to be a long project because what is it? We're going to be going through the animated movies of Disney.
Can I join you in Tarzan?
Everyone. Oh yeah, dude! If you want to join for like the other ones that we're planning,
I would love to. I love to. You could ask Whawkins. I love to do commentary. He knows that.
Wait for the Song of the South one.
Look, when it comes to Whawkins, you can ask him. Vash will join anything as long as he's invited and he's not intruding. But Tarzan is a request, though. That is one thing.
Oh, of course.
Oh, it's happening. All the Disney movies that were released in theaters, we're doing them.
Yeah, animated.
Yes.
Yep, and hybrids do count. So Roger Rabbit, it's on the South.
Oh, Roger Rabbit, I would. Oh my god, I need to rewatch because I think one of us did a couple weeks ago. I think it was Whawkins, right? That you did.
I did.
Yeah, it was you. Yeah, I need to rewatch it because it's been fucking years.
Still holds up. It's still fucking good.
Like I just want to watch The Mask with Jim Carrey. I just want to, just for the fun of it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just fun.
That's another good movie.
It's just a guilty pleasure. Like, it's cartoony and everything, but that's the point of the character, The Mask. It's like, you can't go wrong with that shit, bro. Like, you can't.
Yeah. But, if you can take anything away from all this, just before you eat dinner, everybody, make sure that you wash yourself. Just grab some soap, lather it up, put it on your face and go, brr, brr, brr.
Here you go, Whawkins, by the way. Here you go.
Oh, good. I'm going to make that a sticker. But hey, I think we've done enough praise and good talk of things. Let's talk about some absolute dog poo of a week that we've had with some news. Because Jesus flipping H tap dancing Christ.
What happened?
What happened to gaming this week?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That is a good question, Chad, because there was transitioning as well. I was getting a phone call on my computer through WhatsApp, so hopefully that did not get heard. So if it did, oh well, Chad, you heard that some people was trying to call me, but we're here for the big news buzz central. Let's all sit down to the lounge and hear what has happened in the list of media, because get ready to dive into the latest of bullshit of the hottest news in the gaming industry and the anime industry, and all of our spirited opinions on everything entertainment, because goddamn, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and some actual good stuff got announced in a way. So let's talk about it. The Xbox CEO Phil and his successor have left Xbox, coming this Monday as February 23rd up to 26th. They have left Xbox and has resigned. And the person that will be taking their job after is somebody that has no game experiences with the whole timeline, and random, Twitter people like to, do their own research and like to say that she has no game industry. And then it made her say, hey, I'm going to release my Xbox account. And what has she done? And I love how she does this. And then people like, I wonder whose gaming account is this, because they have some really nice type of gaming record. I'm like, isn't it the person that just tweeted it? Might be actually hers, or you guys don't want to believe her because you guys just want to hate anybody. But on top of that, just to give the extra, the juicy news that people like to also add, that she's the 20th CEO of any gaming or corporation that's Indian. Take the information as you will. But it's just pretty interesting that all this is happening when the person that took charge of Xbox is also pushing AI as well. They was in charge of the AI department of Microsoft. So with all the information, Whawkins, Trev, how do you feel about this when it comes to Xbox? Because they're not the only one that have shots fired on their company, because we also have Sony and Nintendo. Or you guys want to bring that up and then just talk all of them at once?
Wasn't it? Asha? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna let's bring them all up because they're all shit.
Okay.
Because this is just all just stupid bullshit.
So on top of that,
never. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna add. On top of that, Nintendo is having their Pokemon stuff coming this February 27th, so it's very exciting, audience. We could give any predictions if we have any in a moment, but they have already teased that their Game Boy Advance games, their Pokemon Red and Green. Wait, yeah, Red and Green. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fire Red and Leaf Green, yeah.
Yes, Fire and Red and Leaf Green are coming back to the Nintendo Switch as the Game Boy Advance, but you gotta pay $20 each, is what has been posted and said online. And Sony has shut down Blue Point as well. So, even though, quick reminder, just in case, because I did have this Twitter that somebody else did the homework for us, that Sony Studio acquisitions during the PS5 era and the decisions in the past 5 years in 2020 has already shut down 4 companies, are including Blue Point, Haven in 2022 acquired but haven't done anything with since fair game. We also have acquired Firewalk Studios in 2023, but then closed down because of Concord and a few other stuff in the late 2024. And then acquisition of Bungie, and that has much done with it with their few issues that they've had, and shut down London Studio in 2024 and has canceled a few games, and then also has shut down Neon Koi is from, I don't know much about that one. I didn't do much research on that. So a lot of these studios in the game industry over the past 5 days has not really looked good, but I know there's a bit more information that Trev wants to add. So talk to us, Trev.
It relates to the Xbox stuff.
Go
where it wasn't it where Asha, I believe her name was, didn't she also say that we're not going to lead into AI stuff? We will never let AI take over or whatever. Didn't she say that?
Yeah. Look who y'all put as your leader.
And it's like, yeah, you know what? It's been 1 week. I should bring it up. Hey guys, remember Josh Damara when he said we're not going to bring in AI to our super billionaire company? We're not going to do that. And it's like, well, everything else seems to say otherwise. Why should we trust you on this?
Well, here's my thing, because like looking at this list of like just what Sony's done, because that's the thing, Xbox is not innocent. They're not the only ones that are fucking this up, Nope. Like they're having crappy leadership. Sony keeps buying everything and then not doing anything and canceling everything with it. Nintendo's being the biggest money grubbers of all time. Like I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to promote this too, because this is somebody that still loves Nintendo to this day. But I'm sorry. You can play Fire Red and Leaf Green for free on your phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And do a nice emulator.
It needs to be said. It really needs to be pointed out here, because I don't think some of the the diehards even realize the Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, more Fire Red specifically. People have done so much more with that game alone in terms of like fan mods or ROM hacks and all that. It's kind of insane. So when Nintendo, and by the way, all those ROM hacks I just mentioned, they're free. They're usually free.
The fandom, the community has done it themselves to make it accessible and free to others.
Exactly. And like Whawkins said, you can play that stuff on your phone and there's no charge. Here's the thing. When Nintendo says we're gonna do it, we're finally going to release these games, we're gonna re-release them, it's like, oh, you mean you're gonna put them on your virtual console on the Switch and Switch 2, the thing that people paid $20 a year already for? You're going to do that? It's like, oh no, this is an additional $20. And like, why would you do that? And it's like, wait, hold on. Maybe they're not just simple re-releases. They're not just going to be. Surely Nintendo won't just post a ROM version on their store, the same one that you can just get easily again for free. Yeah. Also, anyone that says fuck you for piracy, shut up, go away. It's like, maybe the only reason they would ever justify a $20 price point is like, what if they did something new? What if, hear me out, you modified the game and you were able to get all of the Pokemon? What if you treated it like Pokemon Crystal or the third releases in a generation, where you can get all the Pokemon and access to everything? Because you did it again. It's now they're treating it like a new Pokemon game. It's like, oh, hey, you have to get region-specific Pokemon. It's like, this game's been out for like a long time, and again, fan creations can let you get every Pokemon through new generations. What is the point? That's the big question I have to ask. What is the fucking point of all this?
It's like, well, it's like when Scarlet and Violet came out, because a lot of people had that issue too, where it's just like, why do we have two different versions? But like, at least with Scarlet and Violet, it made it easier to get all the Pokemon. Sure, there were still like version exclusives, but they actually kind of felt exclusive, and especially with Scarlet and Violet, because like literally one was, oh, here's your prehistoric Pokemon, the other was the future Pokemon. So that kind of made sense to kind of have like a divide there, where it's just like, okay,
you can trade. Like, trading was easier, like thanks to generations. I want to say starting with like 7 to this point, trading was made easier. You could get what you want,
and you can get multiples of those things. So it's like, what is it, like Roaring Moon, I'll use as an example. Like that was like the Salamence one, I think. You could get multiple of them. Like, you didn't just get one and had to trade your only one away. Even Koraidon and Miraidon, like the legendary box art ones, you could get a second one in the post game and trade that one off. Like, there were ways around it. So like, where on one hand, it didn't really make sense. You know, maybe it's just more aesthetics that people wanted, but that's fine. At least for somebody like me, I'm just like, that's fine. You're making them feel exclusive. You're doing different things with it. With Fire Red and Leaf Green, why are you going to do? I can almost guarantee that they're going to be sold separately. They're not going to be sold. If they're sold as a bundle, guess what? That's going to be $40 for you. So there's that. But I can almost guarantee the only addition or changes they will make for those games is for the rewind feature.
And again, here's the weird thing. What the hell would you rewind in Pokemon? Especially at this
legendary
point.
Legendary captures.
Oh, wow.
So kids don't have to deal with what we had to deal with by spending hours with multiple Ultra Balls, Timer Balls, Dux Balls.
Are you saying that like the rewind feature would be you throw an Ultra Ball, and if it doesn't work, you would rewind? Is that it?
Probably. More than likely.
I hope these people do realize that.
We used to do that back in the day of turn it off.
It would take longer than just throwing another damn ball.
Or do I used to do turn it off, turn it on? Just have it saved before you had started.
And I think the kicker, and don't worry, Sony, Microsoft, we're gonna come back to you. This isn't just some Nintendo crap fest right now.
Nope.
Like at least because it just baffles me too. You literally have a system on your system to have old games being played. You have your Nintendo Switch Online stuff. You're already having people pay extra for that. Why not put it on there? Why not put some good games on there that people can keep playing to keep using that service? You know, like you keep bringing out all these like obscure games that I'm sorry, I've never heard of. And I'm just like, what the hell is this N64 game? And where's my freaking XD Gale of Darkness and Pokemon Coliseum? I swear, if those two do not get announced next week during Pokemon Day, I am going to be. You will.
I thought it has been announced.
Never seen me.
I thought Pokemon Coliseum was teased. I thought it was like showing that was gonna come soon.
Well, see, that's the thing. When they were giving the teaser for, and this was almost a year ago when they announced the Switch 2, when they were just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have the GameCube on the NSO, and here's all the games. So it was on there. It was on the list. They just haven't updated that in I don't know how long, and they keep putting things like Chibi Robo on there, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit about this. I'll play it for like an hour. I played that for an hour. I'm just like, all right, this is fun. This is okay, fine, cool, neat. That's not what I want. That's literally being able to play those two games on NSO was the push for me to get a Nintendo Switch when I did. But that's just a whole other thing. That whole other thing. You have these systems to use for your games. Just put it on there instead of being money hungry people. And speaking of just money, when it comes to Sony, just constantly canceling these projects and shutting down these studios, you're letting money go. You literally spent the money to get these studios, and then when they're actually working on something to make you money, to make that money back, you just shut them down. Why? Why do you do that? But if anything, this could be a blessing in disguise. Why? Because a lone YouTuber, a small YouTuber, by the way, by the name of Markiplier, proved this year that you don't need a fucking big ass studio to make good content. You don't need the backing of a big studio like that to get your stuff out. These people that have their studios shut down, you know what? Blessing in disguise, because now they don't have to deal with Sony bullshit. Now they don't have to deal with Microsoft bullshit. They can put their games out. They can launch it on Steam and probably make a lot more money and be able to keep a lot more money from doing that by doing that, you know? Like they can actually get their visions across. So like people like Markiplier doing this, studios like Glitch that keep bringing these animated projects to life and giving them time to do things. Like we're seeing more projects with for Matt Braley with Amphibia and all that. We're seeing Dana Terrace coming out with new projects like, I don't know, Knights of Guinevere finally getting greenlit. You're getting the ending of Amazing Digital Circus, which you fans need to freaking calm down with that stuff. Stop being a shit fandom. Like, if anything, this can just be a blessing in disguise because now they can actually have the freedom to do what they want. Sure, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a rough road for you. Not saying it's going to be easy, but now you can just step away and do your own thing, be the artist, and not worry about these dumbass corporations ruining your vision. Like that's at least the silver lining with all this.
I would like to add on top of this
something to your Nintendo story.
I was just gonna add on my comment about our Blue Point is that I played 2 of the games was Uncharted Collection that they did their remastered version like they did back released in 2015, and I played it back in 2019, I believe, and I played the Shadow of the Colossus, a game that they released in 2018, and their game that they released in 2020 was
Yeah.
It was Demon Souls. So they had a few games that was remakes, that they was a company that was a focal point of just making remasters and making a revamp of the product that already was established within Sony. And like, just knowing that, what was the point of canceling then when their department was just for the revamps, just for the remasters? Like, they're doing their projects, but then you're gonna just cancel them out of the blue, and that sucks, because I love it. I forgot who it was, but I saw some CEO director of some gaming company, some type of indie project, and he said, like, hey, for those that got left, come, please send me a DM, please send me an email.
Yeah.
We may not have any positions that are publicly online, but if we have something for you, let's get on talking. And I love that, because those people know how is it from these big ass motherfucking corporations that don't respect the under people, the people that are there as a partner or third party that still work under for you, and just get treated as chopped liver. Like, that's why there's companies like Glitch, there's companies that are starting out small, that are hoping to mean something, to start off something. It's the same thing for AniMa W3 Studio. We have the name Studio because I wanted to mean something, to do something. These projects that I have in my head that I want to get established is all on time and essence. Trev, you have something else to add about Nintendo, because you don't fuck Nintendo?
Yeah. I was curious over because Whawkins, you sparked something in my head. I was listening to you, but I was like, wait a sec, what other games did they not release on the GameCube, on the GameCube Virtual Console yet? So I had to look up everything. Not only is Pokemon Coliseum 1 and 2 not on yet, Mario Sunshine's not even in there yet. The game they love to re-release over and over again. They haven't done it yet, which makes me wonder, are they even going to bother? Because knowing them at this point, they can just sell Mario Sunshine as its own title again.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you have the Mario Anniversary Edition, why even bother? Like that, they could just wait on that, I guess.
Well, now this
wait, that's right. That's right.
We're selling it again for a limited edition for 1 month.
Yeah, and I mean the whole Xbox shit. I mean, they were already going down to begin with, and now you're just making your company worse again by having crap leadership. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I don't get what they're doing with anything, because they don't do anything with anything. They just say, "Oh yeah, we'll just re-release the same shit." It's like that only gets you so far.
It does only get you so far.
Like, you can only sell crap. Like, I don't want to go on another tangent, because then I'm going to get into a damn WrestleMania tangent, and they're already losing money on that bullshit. Did you hear? No. Okay, you know what? No. Side tangent. I'm
about to say, that is news related. If you want to save that for Weebs news, because that is, overall media. If you want to do save that, because I don't mind arguing with you about that, because it's stupid.
It kind of ties into this.
Okay,
it kind of ties into CEOs being stupid.
All right, go ahead. Talk to us.
And I hate this. I understand it with like a Super Bowl, because that's the freaking Super Bowl. I understand that. Have you ever guys heard of, like, I think the term is like blackout events?
Yes.
For like sporting events. So basically, for people who are uninitiated with it, it's basically whenever like a big event, so like the Super Bowl, for example. Let's say the Super Bowl takes place in LA. So within like a 30-mile radius, or maybe in this case, maybe 50-mile radius. Within a 50-mile radius, no bars or like sports bars or like restaurants or anything, nothing like that can have like a Super Bowl party. And it's a way for these big events to sell tickets, because hey, the only way to really watch the game with people is to go to the event, unless you're doing something at home or whatever. But like, you can't like do a legal event for it, like at a bar, or I don't know if like community centers can do that, but I'm gonna say no, just for sake of argument right now. So WWE's doing this. They took this little thing. So they're doing that with WrestleMania this year for Las Vegas. And yeah, the 50-mile radius thing is a thing for them. And not only did they do it for WrestleMania, apparently they're doing that for Elimination Chamber in Chicago.
Yep, they're doing it for Chicago.
And already bars and all that had to shut down their events. And this is an event that's next weekend. This coming Saturday is Elimination Chamber, and they just found this out this past week. And it's just like, I don't understand why they do this, but because, and I get again, the reasoning with the companies makes sense, because it's like, okay, you want them to come to your event and all that. Here's the downside, though. Your prices are stupid. Literally, it's back of the arena, nosebleed upon nosebleed section. Like, you're almost touching the balls of God at that point, being in that stadium. Like, they're just dangling right there for you. Still, $1,500 before the taxes and the fees, before all of that, for one ticket. They even had discount tickets last week for Valentine's Day. They
for Las Vegas. They had it for Las Vegas, and chat, they didn't sell any, and they were upset about it. They said, hey, no arrow, no trajectory, like probably this slightly move, but not what they were hoping for to go like this much of a difference. And that is sad, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're losing money, because as much as that you may hate the guy for whatever he has done in his personal life and what he has done inside and outside work with McMahon, but he literally has said his model of the company, how he sells it to people that are family, people that are watching wrestling, that are family. However, the current company, TKO, are selling it like it's a business to the rich and athletes and the influencers, even though they're not the audience. At least, thankfully, WWE, when they invite models or invite the people that work for like Netflix and everything, they don't get people putting it on their IG story say that is a fake wrestling. Like AEW, they'd be hiring the wrong people, or don't give them a criteria like, hey, be aware. Please don't tweet any of these things. So at least with WWE, they're just fucking up with the fans a week before Elimination Chamber, and that's not a good look, because Chicago will fucking riot back, I feel like. So if they're fucking up, Chicago will slap back.
And this is why I wanted to tie this in with what we're talking about here with like these gaming companies, because like it's this mindset that we're getting with these CEOs, with these corporations now, where it's like, we're going to make money regardless of what we freaking do. I mean, there were reports, I think like a week ago, of Nintendo being like, yeah, we're going to up the price of the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch 2, excuse me. Like, they're already thinking about doing that, which is okay. It was already pricey enough as is, and people were calling out for it. You're thinking about upping that price? All right, fine, cool, whatever. But like, people are still gonna buy it, and most of those people are gonna be the scalpers to resell them and all that. So it's just like, I don't understand this mindset of just like, oh, we're just gonna do what we want and still make money, and like just give you a whole steaming pile of Snorlax droppings. Like, that's not what I paid for, you know? That's why I'm glad I got those tickets for AEW, because fun fact, everybody, I'm going to my first AEW show in April. That ticket for the front row hard cam side, mind you. So yeah, I will be on TV. I'll be making my Dynamite debut. Yay.
Let's go.
Sorry, I had to do that. That ticket was half the price I paid for John Cena's retirement match.
So chat,
half the price.
Just go to an indie event, is what he's saying. You get to at least be front row, hard cam, and actually be part of the audience.
Steam. Play more Steam games. There you go. Yeah. There's our gaming news. I'm done. Fuck this. I want to build a snowman with freaking Amy Rose now.
Yo, you know what you can build a snowman is with Amy Rose being voiced by Kristen Bell.
We're in the good part of the news. Woo.
Yes.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a cute one. We have a few other news involving that. Let's talk about the good stuff. Kristen Bell's voicing Amy Rose, and we also have the possible confirmation that Mr. Trevor put that we have Fox Cloud, and we have Raymond Saga still coming back, because the Ubisoft studio has confirmed that the 30th anniversary of Rayman edition is just the beginning of what's to come. It Eves Gusmut says he can't talk about the next video game right now. They'll do it when they're ready. So does that mean that we might get more? Because he said I can't talk about the next one. So he's confirming there is a next one. There is a next project. The project's being worked on. So how do you feel about these 3 positive news of the gaming side?
A new Assassin's Creed game.
Because that's Mr. Fox and Miss Cloud.
I saw that image and I was like, this could be good to put on the show because I'm coping. I will forever cope. I will take any Star Fox news. I need a new Star Fox game. I just want them to succeed. We cannot have Star Fox Zero be the legacy of this franchise. Please, God, no. We need more. We need more. We need more. I'm tired, boss. I need more Star Fox in my life.
That's too damn bad.
Fuck you. But yeah, in terms of the Rayman saga coming back, I'm fine with that. Bring back Rayman, kill the rabbits, shoot them, shotgun them, blast them. I don't care. Just get rid of them. But if you're gonna do more re-releases, hopefully you learned from the first one, because unfortunately the first re-release came out and that wasn't to thunderous applause. It was more to like a golf clap and be like, yeah, you can do some work, but hey, first steps, just do better. That's all I want from you guys.
Yeah, after playing more of that game, by the way, I can see why people do not like the rewind feature in that one, but yeah, it's fine. I really hope it is Cloud, though. Fox McCloud in that Mario movie. Mainly for you, Trevor. Mainly for you. I'm rooting for you, you know?
I'm hoping.
All right.
Bring in Star Fox, tease it. You're doing Mario Galaxy, tease Star Fox. Fucking do it, cowards. Dare you.
Only because hopefully that opens the door for Banjo and Kazooie to get their own thing. Dude, if we get, never mind. Nope. Moving on to
so
anime
before
lately
we
news.
have
Okay,
another
cool.
spin-off of more tangents like we usually do, we have anime lately. Like you mentioned, we have 3 big news. We have Glitch gets a manga from this? Question mark, what does it mean? Because one of them is an official manga adaptation of the hit animated series gets trapped in a glitchy digital world. Just don't lose your mind while you're there. We'll start by Glitch Production and Goose Works, art by Sakura, and the Amazing Digital Circus Volume 1 released in 2026. So we're having a manga done by then. Hey, Shonen Ronin will do coverage by then, so don't worry. Check that out. We will do the coverage from Manga Volume 1. On top of that, we have Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle Trilogy Part 1 returns to the theaters in the US and Canada on March 6th, Friday, shown in both Japanese with English subtitles and English dub for the first time ever. The film will also be available in Screen X. Yes, you guys heard it, in the multi-projection cinema with immersed 270 degrees field of view. So if you had that around your theater, go check that out. On top of that, the Ufotable, they announced some big things, some big projects. You heard it here earlier. Studio Ufotable has confirmed the upcoming future anime in production reel. They have the project of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 2. We are already aware by that. The second one, it's Genshin Impact. We have a fucking Genshin Impact anime. People have been questioning when will it happen, and it's finally been done by Unlimited Budget Works. And Witch of the Holy Knight, I don't know too much about, but I know many people were excited about it on the timeline. And Katsuki Token Ranbu is the name that we're getting another storybook. And I know that Mr. Whawkins, Mr. World Champion, is truly excited for this one. Is the Jojo dub trailer of Steel Ball Run, Jojo Bizarre Adventure anime is coming out. Reminder, in March, I believe, 17.
Double checking.
Good old St.
March
Patty's
19th.
Day.
March 19th.
Good. Oh, that's the same day that Crimson Desert drops. Son of a biz nacho.
So yeah, so this is a beautiful anime lately.
Must be witnessed.
Well,
you know it's going to be witnessed.
Well, Mr. World Champion told me that I should watch it, so don't worry, Chad. You'll be guys getting some reactions.
No, you're doing reactions to it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing reactions for it. That's what I was told to screen that, and I was told to sit in the corner and wait until then. But how do you guys feel about these big news? The Demon Slayer movie coming back to theaters for a limited time release because of all the anime awards that's happening going on in the worldwide. Because in case you guys didn't know either, we also had I didn't add it on the news docket, but there's right now the Annie Awards, the BAFTA is going on right now, and K-pop Demon Hunters beat out Chainsaw Man, winning some awards, the best direction, best director, a few other releases. So most likely we'll be talking about that briefly next week before we do our first tournament next week in March. So stay tuned for that, chat.
Yeah.
Whawkins will be hosting that. But it's really exciting how the Annie Awards happen. A few things as K-pop Demon Hunters also swept all 10 its nominations, including Best Anime Feature and Best Director. Anime titles like Dandadan, Scarlet, and Chainsaw Man. The movie and Reason Arc was nominated in major categories but did not secure any wins.
Tragic. Tragedy struck on them. Yeah, we'll probably talk more about those awards next week since it's going on right now.
Yeah.
Probably briefly too, because like we'll have that Pokemon news and the tournament. Oh yeah, and don't worry, a little teaser for the tournament next week. Yeah, it's gonna be Pokemon related.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yeah, dude. So Glitch getting a manga from Viz. Apparently, Volume 1 was out in Japan because our one mutual friend had the Japanese volume. So I guess it's just getting an English release or something. I don't know. I don't care. I'm still gonna read it. I'll probably buy it. Buy it if I'm able to get it. Interested to see how it translates in manga form. But yeah, I mean that's cool. When it comes to Ufotable or Ufotable or however you want to say it, them re-releasing Demon Slayer, I mean, kind of makes sense with all the awards going on. It is kind of award season anyways, so yeah, re-releasing it in theaters, cool, neat. Never really heard of like the 270-degree screen thing. I don't know if I have that close to me. If I do, great, awesome. Can't wait to pay that $40 ticket probably to go see it in there. The other anime announcements they have with it, I mean, Genshin Impact, that one just kind of, it was never a matter of if, but when that got an anime adaptation. Interesting, Ufotable is going to be doing that, but I know they've done game stuff in the past. Like they're the same studio that does Fate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless the most recent one, that was A1 Pictures, but usually they've been the studio that's done it, so that's why they have the nickname or joke of Unlimited Budget Works.
Mm-hmm. And with the JoJo dub, I'm fine with what I heard in the trailer. The thing I was really focusing on in that dub in that trailer, because I don't think I heard it in the other trailers I got, or at least like as prominent as I heard it in the English dub. The soundtrack, it is pitch peak JoJo soundtrack. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be Johnny's insert song, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yep.
How about you, Trev? Any thoughts about this?
My thoughts are going to pretty much mirror Whawkins, where it's like I have, well, for me personally, I don't have interest in Ufotable, but the JoJo Part 7, I will be there. I will be watching everything. I adore Part 7. As for the Digital Circus manga, I'm very excited about that. For the same reason as Whawkins, I just want to see what it translates to in terms of a manga. That's pretty much all I got.
I agree. It's gonna be pretty interesting how they have like, hey, great success for Glitch, great success for the series of the property, the IP of Amazing Digital Circus, to actually go from an indie project on YouTube to get licensed from Netflix to get licensed now to a manga. Like, hey, it just shows that what you got is special. You have built a community, you have built a fandom, you have built cosplayers to dress with his characters. You have a whole Comic-Con booth. So it just shows the success that you're building is very well done. So in that regards, it's pretty exciting for that.
Indeed.
For anybody that wants to know more about it, check us out because we're about to get into our Weebs news, our last segment of the show, our last discussion of the show, because there's been, like we said, a big news for the week for discussions, news, and what the fuck we've been doing with our lives. And this one is a lot. You know, the first one I want to get into is Toy Story 5 trailer. Did we like it? Did we care for it? Because I didn't watch it and didn't care for it. So I'm already answering my own question.
I'm
You torn?
cautiously optimistic because I wasn't a fan of 4. If anything, 4 should not have existed because, and that's not like saying that it's completely bad because there's a few good things in it, but it really didn't need to happen. It really didn't need to be a thing. So really just whatever. At least with Toy Story 5, it's actually adding something, it seems like, with this whole, like, because that's the thing, like the whole premise of it being the toys versus technology, which is kind of something we're having in our everyday life right now. I mean, with having nieces and nephew that are of this age that they should be playing with toys, but all they care about is their little tablets to just watch things on and put headphones in like this and just ignore everybody. It's like, is imagination leaving us? Is it just going to be gone forever now? No, nobody wants that. Nobody should have that. Imagination should be a thing. So at least with this, I'm cautiously optimistic because at least the premise is there for something good. Yeah. I don't want to be fully on board with it, but I'm at least more positive about this one than I am Toy Story 4. Because I'm sorry, that Toy Story 4, come on, man, that didn't need to. Oh, look, Bo Peep's back. Oh, cool, neat.
How about you, Trevor? How do you feel about
an
this?
army of buzzes doing toy soldier shit.
Are you as positive as Mr. Whawkins, or are you as disappointed in him?
I despise Toy Story 4 with a fiery passion. I hate that movie so much. I don't think there was really... There may have been like 2 things that I liked. Everything else was like an insult to the Toy Story trilogy. So when I'm given this interesting idea of like, wow, pretty much lining up with Whawkins, it's like, what will we do? How will the toys handle this rise of technology? And it's like, that is a very interesting premise. It's an absolute shame I don't trust the writers to handle this topic, considering their track record already at Pixar. I don't have any faith in this movie. I got nothing. Just seeing the army of Buzz is like, cool. What does this even accomplish though? I don't know. I got nothing.
But here's the thing, Trevor. Aren't you excited for more Randy Newman?
No.
Batman with his kid and dog.
It shows that I don't need to watch Toy Story 4 to stress about it because I never cared for the first place. And Toy Story, I've never had a special place in my heart. I knew and cared for it. I love Toy Story 1 and 2, but never had like that special place like many other viewers and audience did. I respect and understand where many others do. There's some of the songs that like, you got a friend and me, like all those,
you got a friend,
like all those are special moments, and I get it. Like that song, I love it, and it, you know, it touches the heartstrings. But do you know what touches the heartstrings with that tongue? An animated Venom movie is in the works, directed and worked by our Zach Lebitsky and Adam Stein from the Final Destination Bloodline are set to direct, and Tom Hardy is involved in some capacity. And additionally, I didn't add the news here, but it's been reported that Sony are more inclined to share the Spider-Man rights with other of their characters to Marvel Cinematic Universe to be used. So hey, maybe Sony and Marvel are building a nicer relationship in the movie right side. So who knows, possibly. But it's interesting that Venom is going to get a movie in the works because obviously, for those that don't know, we didn't see Venom in the Spider-Man Miles Morales movies, because he's technically a Spider-Man character, just not a Spider-Man variant. So, is he gonna pop in now in the third one? Is he gonna pop in the future? I wonder, was this gonna be included, because this is not an animated movie? Is this gonna be having the Spider-Verse type of animation, or is it gonna get its own animation now, or a new invented one? Only time will tell, or like some Spider-Man noir thing.
I hope it's more like a Venom facing off against Spider-Man, but from like their perspective, not just the same story that we have been seeing, or God help us that they turn into another repeat of the live action one. I don't think we need another one of those.
Oh.
But yeah, like a Venom movie from the perspective of, I'm assuming it's going to be Eddie Brock again. Like from his perspective, dealing with Spider-Man. I'm on board with that. And then that could be cool.
All right.
I don't know. What do you think about it, Randy Newman? Well, I think that Venom is going to get his own animated series, and it's going to be good. Final Destination Bloodlines from Adam Stain. Hey, I like that movie. Yeah, a lot of people died from different things. I might write a song about it.
But you know what you could write a song for?
Thank you, Randy Newman.
Is for the comics of 3 issues that we're going to be talking about, chat. It's some interesting ones. We have the first one is first look of Peter Parker and Clark Kent together in the Superman/Spider-Man crossover comic. So go check that out. It's coming out very soon. The design look amazing. It's going to be interesting how Peter is going to be his 4-4 breaking of comedy jokes with our Boy Scout Clark Kent. And then we have the next issue of a design of taken to social media by Screen Rant, reveals his versions of the what if scenario of the character design of Mark Brooks, reveal his rendition of an absolute Batman style Wolverine, and it's fucking amazing. The design, the wings of Wolverine's mask don't need to be that long. I don't care about that one, like that's my nitpick, but the claws is fucking bananas. I love it. The design of the claws, it just looks so fucking phenomenal. I love it. Mm-hmm. But then the third issue is the issue that we spoke about earlier, the Godzilla. However, Whawkins brought up the Godzilla of the Shakespearean, but he didn't mention the first look of the horror of Godzilla. Oh, yeah. A new comic series that focuses on the Godzilla first ever attack on Japan from a horror angle, written by Ethan S. Park and Griffin Schneider. So, how do you guys think about this comic issues art, the possible new series? Talk to me about it.
It still kind of blows my mind that we're getting this Spider-Man Superman crossover. Just because, like, again, this is that forbidden door that just gets open, you know, like that. This is like Mario and Sonic getting together for the first time.
Oh yeah,
kind of feeling
with the Mario, like the Mario Sonic Olympics, like that game. I love. Like I never expected that.
Or just the whole thing that Smash is, you know, Smash Bros is, you know, it's just like all these games coming together. Oh my God, Sora's in this. Wait, Cloud Stripe's in this? What? You get Snake in this? What? Nani? With my Mario and my Pikachu and my Donkey Kong? Like, what is going on here?
I'm very happy to see Spider-Man and Superman actually teaming up.
Same here.
I wonder what the story would be. This could be fan fiction. I'm really hoping, and this is kind of topical. I'm hoping that like Superman is jumped by a symbiote and he starts losing control. Spider-Man is just trying his best to survive, but he's like, if anyone can convince Superman of like how to defeat the symbiote, it would be him. And it's like, Superman, you gotta look into yourself. You gotta figure out that, hey, it's not just the darkness, blah 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 blah, that kind of stuff.
That'd be interesting.
This absolute Wolverine. It's kind of silly, and I like it.
I love it. I love it.
It's so goofy.
Look at all the spikes. Look at all the
exactly.
The thing that's weird for me is the Godzilla comic in the horror style. It's like that's fine. Honestly, for me, this is just like, oh, so it's the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
it's
first
Godzilla
OG.
-1, the comic version.
That too,
Yeah.
but also like the first like original story, like from like the 1930s and 40s, where Godzilla was
Yeah.
supposed to be an actual horror type of monster, not like where every fandom loves the kaiju, and we succeed and support him on killing the humans.
I mean, that's just the thing with Godzilla. I mean, he kind of started as Japan's version of coping with some bombs dropping on them. So it's kind of going back to those roots of like horror aspect. Because like, man, it just reminds me of -1.
Yeah,
Like, because in a way, I mean, it's not a horror movie, but maybe more of like a suspenseful movie, I guess. But
It honestly feels like both.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But I mean, just the art. Oh my god, these two shots we get, like him launching the laser into the air. Jesus Christ!
so
Oh
good.
my god, King of the Monsters. Give it to me. But yeah,
the
I'm
art
excited.
looks good. Like the whole black and white art
dude.
for him and everything. Godzilla looks amazing. But any other comments for our anime section before we move on?
You imagine Green Goblin and Lex Luthor armor? Give it.
Oh god. What if that's the crossover? Oh my god.
Wait,
oh my
wait,
God.
hold up. You said Lex Luthor and Norman Osborn?
Yeah, like imagine Green Goblin, but he has like an armor made by Lex.
Oh
or
my
he takes
God.
armor by Lex and repurposes
That-
Green Goblin.
That would be interesting.
What if it's Lex and Doc Ock?
Can't do this.
Ooh, that's a good one.
like Lex hires Doc Octavius for some shit.
What if we just go completely balls to the wall, go absolute logic, and be like, Doc Ock seems to have arms from Apocalypse? It's like, what?
Oh my Jesus!
Imagine we
Don't give me
also
that.
have the lizard and with Toyman. Like, imagine we have the lizard for Spider-Man villain and then the Toyman. It's just both fused together in the villain side. It's like, bro, that would be crazy. Like, we have animal genetics, but also human toys fused together into that. Like, bro, that'd be an interesting villain.
Yeah, but
What?
not to
Very
some
excited about this comic. I can't
downer news.
Yes. In the most recent report, there's also a Netflix documentary for anybody want to watch. It's a very sad one because I saw clips of it online. Very sad about it. So I do suggest anybody wants to see the documentary. But rest in peace, Eric Dane. For those that don't know, you guys can see his resume, his repertoire in IMDb, Letterboxd, wherever you guys want to search on Google. But he's mostly known from Charm, Grey's Anatomy, X-Men as the Multi-Man, and a character from Euphoria. He already filmed all his scenes from season 3, so that will be the last project that he filmed for season 3 before his passing. And from Bad Boys, Forever, I think it was that one. I believe it was the 4th one, and many others. But I just want to take a moment if that has anybody seen Grey's Anatomy or Charm or any of this series to have seen his body of work.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of those shows, so R.I.P. to him. But
there's one scene that I always laugh because I have not seen Grey's Anatomy, but I've seen my girl when I pass by and watch it like 3 times binging. Yes, child, you guys heard me, 3 times binge, all 20 seasons. By then it was 20 seasons. Right now it's like 25, but by then she was watching all 20 seasons back to back. It was crazy insane. I did criticize it, like, girl, everybody you fucking watch One Piece, the fucking Grey's Anatomy 3 times. But with that side comment,
oh, that sounds like me with my ex. But go on.
with Eric Dane, the scene that I was laughing about is that when the main character, the guy that was the main lover of Grace, when he goes on the elevator, then Grace come on, his love is his life, and then the next person that comes on is his ex-wife, and then the next person that comes on the elevator is the person that he just had a fling with. So it's 3 girls and him in the elevator. They go up a few floors, and then Eric Dane comes on, his best friend. He's looked at this. He tells him, he laughs, "You wish you got on a different elevator," and he just smirks. It like, yeah, you can't say shit.
Yeah.
You just avoid. So it's like those funny elevator scenes done well from characters and everything. As somebody who doesn't know, but you could still enjoy the humor of the scene. And, you know, IG, TikTok, those videos, you know, point it out for you and tell you in the subtext. So it's still the comedy of it. Him as multi-man, very well done. Charm, I grew up with Charm once a kid. So rest in peace to Eric Dane. And for those that have watched the documentary, I've seen a few clips online. It's very hurtful because he knew he was going to be passing. And the most hurtful thing that he said is that he will be leaving his wife and his kids without him, and they have to go on their own without him. And that's very hard thing to kind of, you know that you're passing without your kids passing, and like knowing you're leaving your wife behind, like all those things. And you was able and told Netflix, like, once I pass, you could upload this. Like, that was something that was part of your contract. And like, heart-wrenching to know that, hey, I'm gonna record this now while I'm still conscious and cognitive enough to do an interview, so I could leave these as some last words to my wife, to my kids, to my audience, to my fandom. And that very heart-wrenching. So anybody has any last words before we move on?
Pretty much took everything out of my mouth. I saw that video too of him making that confession to his family just on Twitter when I was getting the news. I was like, shit.
Yeah. No. And I mean, from one RIP to the next. Sorry, I gotta lighten the mood a little bit, you know. Just gotta lighten the mood because
let's go on for the next one. Let's talk about some trailers and some continuing stuff going on in the media world of Warner Brothers. Round 10 is what I like to call it, with the joke is Warner Brothers headed back into the bio talks with Paramount despite already agreeing to sale with Netflix, and move with that as a streaming, you know, still going on. So in other short words, that Warner Brothers still technically hasn't made their final decision with Netflix, and they're curious to see, hey Paramount, what is it that you want to offer for the 10th time?
I quit. I quit this story.
just pick a side. Pick where you're gonna go, Warner Bros. Pick where your plot is going to be, because you need them to pay for your tombstone. You're gonna need them to get your casket ready because you're dead. You're dead on arrival, no matter where you go. But it doesn't matter anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. Why? Because Tubi's free, and Tubi has my cartoons that I want. So thank you, Tubi, for not being a piece of shit right now.
I'm just tired.
It's just so funny with Paramount. They constantly are trying to get WB, and it's just like, guys. First of all, I get it, because you know Netflix is already kind of pulling a Disney right now, and pulling a Sony, and pulling other big companies trying to buy everything and own everything. So I get that part, but Paramount, come on, just take the hit, man. They don't want you. You know, just leave them be. Stop trying to chase them down for 10 years, trying to get with them and get absolutely nothing from it. Stop it. Get some help. Go find another company. Go find some other people to spend your money with and not do anything with them.
Yeah, that's very true on that. So with that being said, we have trailers and a new announcement of a show returning. We have two trailers. You know, one big one that's very easy to talk about is Hannah Montana's fucking coming back after 20-something years. Like, they are literally filming right now over this past week. There's been a lot of leaked photos, so if you don't want to be spoiled online of the Hannah Montana returning on March 20th, I believe, it's March 24th on Disney Plus. So you have the full, you know, like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus did get the Walk of Fame, the star, and became a official Disney princess. That means she got the rights back for Hannah Montana, since now she's like the hierarchy on top of all the baddies. So that means that, you know, Disney spoke to her like, yo, I'm gonna drop this money on top of you, and can you say yes to us? And she did say yes, because you know who else just said, hey, I got a bunch of money for you and have a great edited trailer? Mandalorian and Grogu had a fucking amazing trailer. I actually got sold. Actually, got so. I don't know how these guys feel because they did not comment on the thread about it, but I'm here for it.
So okay. Yeah, okay. So Hannah Montana, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about Hannah Montana. I just don't. I wasn't part of the craze with it. So all right, I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for Miley Cyrus getting to have that because now she can apparently perform Hannah Montana music too, like on
songs
her tours.
too. Songs that she's attached to. Now she can.
Yeah. So that's good on her. She can do all that, cool, neat, whatever. I've just been staring ever since we were doing the previous news article. I brought up the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu because, hey, remember me, guys. I try not to watch trailers as much as I can, unless we're talking about it here on the show. I don't know how to feel about what I'm seeing because it's like there's a lot of Grogu. There's a lot of Grogu in this trailer, and I'm also kind of getting that same feeling of like, okay, I'm basically watching the whole movie right now. Like he's going to the huts, cool, neat. There's like these bounty hunters. It looks like Grogu's doing his own Jedi training, swimming in the water and all that. All right, cool, neat, awesome. Trevor, you might know more of this because I think you're deeper in like Star Wars lore, or at least with like other like maybe novels or other things, spin-off things that they've done. I don't think I've ever heard of a Hutt warrior before.
Oh, I know.
Okay,
I believe that is Jabba the Hutt's son from the Clone Wars 2008 movie.
Really? Okay,
I think it is.
Okay. I don't know, man. I mean, at least, okay, I'll say this. Out of most of the modern Star Wars stuff, besides like the Visions and all that, Mandalorian was one that I did like.
Same.
Granted, I haven't seen, what is it, season 3 yet? Is there a season 3?
Or it unfortunately is.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Book of Boba Fett, I don't know if I'm ever gonna watch that just because of what I've heard from it. But
Book of Boba Fett is short.
Raiders were a thing.
Hey, it's short and simple, and it's like a nice solid 2.5 of Mandalorian, right, Trev?
Yeah.
2.5 out of 500. Yes.
Oh my god.
No. Okay.
But I mean, at least this, I will go see it. I'll say that I will at least go see this. I don't think it's gonna be that good, but I'm willing to be surprised. So expectations are low, but yeah, if I don't see it in theaters, I'm not gonna be too fussed about it. I can just stream it, but Trevor, you go ahead. I'm
Talk to me, Trevor. How excited are you about Hannah Montana to sing the best of both worlds of Mandalorian and Grogu combining together and fuse into the Boba Mando Star Wars character?
I mean, I
have Kyoka Suigetsu right here.
Again, like Whawkins, I really wasn't too much into Hannah Montana. Like when her show was on, I'm pretty sure that was the age where I was just like kind of phasing out of all the Disney Channel stuff.
Yeah.
So I really didn't have much investment, but hey, good, like you guys were saying, good on her for getting her rights back and able to actually do the stuff that she made. And yeah, artist control. Always like to see that. Mandalorian, however, I'm really not convinced by the trailer. I don't want to see this movie. It just, my comments pretty much match what people online have been saying, where it's like, oh, so it's just like a longer episode of the show.
That's what they have said about it. I've been laughing about that.
It doesn't really, it's not blowing me away. It's not convincing me to watch it. It just looks like the worst of the Mandalorian seasons, and it's just going to be on the big screen. I'm like, cool. If I have to watch it for this little show, absolutely, I will happily watch it. So we can all talk about it. Otherwise, I got no reason to watch this movie. Yeah. I'm not excited for it.
I'm looking at the responses underneath this. Yeah, I'm seeing the one that says basically this is just 2 episodes of a show cut into a feature-length movie. There's one that says, "Am I the only one who thinks this trailer is shit?" There are some positive ones, like, "Oh, we are so back." There was one I saw here. Where was it? Oh, that Super Bowl teaser did not inspire confidence. The trailer absolutely did. This could be the best Star Wars in years. And
okay, so it needs to be said, this fucking trailer had less positive reception than Rise of Skywalker trailer. Just want to point that out.
Stop reminding me that
trailer
movie
alone
existed.
It looked interesting from what it was. So
I have Kyoko's we get to, Trevor. I will smite you for reminding me of Rise of Skywalker.
But what is the other last news that we have to talk about within our trailer and
More
announcement
sad.
is that co-creator Michael Kusika and Zach Hadel believe that Smiling Friends may end after season 5, so the show doesn't overstay its welcome. Even if we had thousands of ideas at the end of season 5, we're not going to go on long. I will say that much. We're not going to put a number up, but 5 is getting close to probably where we will want to wrap it up. How do you guys feel, my Smiling Friends fans, the people that watch, the people that enjoy, the people that have an attachment? Because I don't know, don't care, don't give a fuck at the moment.
You will care.
Yeah, I'm sad that,
eventually,
like, as fans, Whawkins and our first reaction was just pretty much screaming no, because we love the show. But at the same time, as time goes on, I think, yeah, Whawkins, I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me. It's like, I respect the vision and I respect the maturity and the restraint of being like, yeah, we know when to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of the same as Trevor just said, but I'm also going to add, I mean, Community said it best, and they're also still trying to work on this as well. 6 seasons in a movie. Perfect length person.
Which I'm still waiting for the movie.
Yeah, we're so it's been, they've recorded it, right? They've filmed it, right? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
If they haven't, they're about to. Because I want it. I want my Community movie.
It says that we're having it early or late 2026. They have no release window right now announced.
Holy shit! By the end of this year,
so they haven't yet done anything in that confirmation.
Oh, so they haven't even filmed yet?
Yeah, like they have filmed, but they haven't yet have a release date.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. At least it's filmed, and at least they can work on it. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. No, just 6 seasons in a movie. Like, learn from them, and the movie doesn't even have to be that long. Just give me an hour of just straight ridiculous Smiling Friends BS. You could go multiversal with it because we've already seen them go to heaven. Wait, we haven't seen them go to heaven yet. They've gone to hell.
Well, we know that
we know the Earth is flat from the show.
We do know this. God is Gilbert Gottfried. We know that much.
That's right. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh man, dude, no, I'm sorry. That Earth is flat bit that killed me that night. Literally, Vash. No. I'm not even gonna explain it to you. You get no context because again, we're gonna strap you to a chair. What is it, like Clockwork Orange you with your eyes as you sit there and watch the glory that is Smiling Friends and learn how powerful Mr. Frog is. Which he's banned by the tournaments, by the way. He's not allowed in the tournament.
Copy. Banned character that I'm gonna aware who they are or the power level or their power scale. We'll find out who you are. Where can I even watch Smiling Friends? Like, where is that even available?
HBO.
Oh, HBO. I do have HBO.
And other sites that we won't say.
Oh, yeah. Other legal sites, yeah.
Pirates of the High Seas Adventure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yayo.
That is very true. With that, yeah, yo, we have come to the end of our this adventure on this episode of episode 215. So this is the end of the episode, Chad. We have come to a conclusion. We have come to the end. We have come to the end of our ride where we will be telling you goodbye and sayonara, motherfucker type of stuff. You know, singing it with, you know, yippee yippee ki type of stuff. So it's very exciting. Very glad to tell you guys, thank you for being on the show, because our next show will be either you might get a one-shot episode because Pokemon Day is coming out that Friday and we have the time, if we have the availability, then we might do a one-shot special. Maybe, like Whawkins said, he might be over of Trev House. We might have a 2-in-1, 2-house-in-1 type of Pokemon special. Who knows? Only time will tell. Because we also have Elimination Chamber that Saturday. So check out Weebs of the Ring. So give you guys a quick plug. Weebs of the Ring, Elimination Chamber, covered by me and Whawkins. And we also having one of our friends coming back, Vani will be coming back to do our review with him. I mean, with us. For
he's joining us.
Yes, he did reach out to me today.
Cool.
I forgot to let you know. So, hey, the communication happened on screen
chat. Know now. That's good. Yeah,
that is here.
At least it's before. Like it's basically like the week before. So perfect.
Excellent. So we have that. I could also reach out to Anik and see if he wants to as well. Yeah. But other than that, chat, stay tuned for Thursday for Whawkins streams on twitch.tv/World Champion Whawkins. Check out twitch.tv/AniMa Studio. Maybe me and Trev might be doing some, you know, some Banjo-Kazooie, or I might be doing some Chainsaw Man. Either or, some things will be happening this said week. Anything else, Trev, Whawkins, you got to say about this show, about this episode? Because we have our March Madness next month.
Yes.
On.
Yeah, stay tuned for March Madness. There's some cooking going on, and I've left some teasers here and there for you guys, but it's gonna be a fun month with some.
I can't wait for the Mickey Mouse sweep.
I almost thought about banning him as well, but
if you're banning Mr. Frog, you have to ban Mickey.
I'm about to say you can't ban Bugs Bunny because he also breaks your 4-4 logic as well.
Well, the only reason I am not banning Mickey Mouse is because I know Trevor has an agenda and I want him to pop off with it.
Agenda? You mean truth?
But I mean, if that was the case, I can't put Mr. Frog in there. At least this year. This year I can't. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you won't find that out until the last tournament because we're building up. We're not just gonna blow our load with the first one. No, we got to build up for it. You know, we got a couple seeds we got to make as well. So that's gonna be these first 3 tournaments, and then it's gonna end with the first annual Tournament of Power. Brought to you by AniMa W3 Studios. Ooh. So yeah, there's your little teaser for
your One Piece go to foreshadowedness right there.
Yeah, no, this is that Iruma shadowing, you know.
Ooh, upcoming reference there. But other than that, we're all good. We all say sayonara.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
So, chat, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little short episode, short show. Thank you for guys for joining us tonight, taking the time to listen in. This Weebs Lounge podcast is presented by AniMa W3 Studio, our production team, Vash, Whawkins, and Mr. Cloudy Chancellor of Meatballs, a.k.a. Trev. Special thanks to our producers and guests for coming on. Don't forget to follow the socials of the brand and the team. All the links are down below in the description. Lastly, share, like, and most importantly, give some feedback. Let us know what you thought of this episode. You guys want to make the show and help us succeed. On behalf of everyone at the AniMa W3 Studio, thank you for joining us and thank you for being on the Weebs Lounge podcast. We see you later and take care. This podcast is now recorded by live studio audience. You know where to hit the numbers in the DM to Mr. World Champion. Hit the hotline bling. We'll see you guys on the next one with the Cloudy Chance and Meatballs to stop giving us snowstorms on the East Coast because we guys are tired of it. Take care.